Okay, today's project is getting our buggy running. We got this bug, it's a 73 standard, and we're gonna do a Baja bug, but we decided that we wanted an open buggy. So we got this body, and what we need to do is take the Baja bug body off, then just start building this buggy. We're gonna land the front this time, and then we'll do the back after we do the front. Because first we're gonna make sure that the shifter hit like the e-brake does. So at some point we're gonna have to kind of manually change our plan. Okay, I see.
I think it's called the steering box. You get it?
Up there. Ooh, okay. Still hitting. All right, we got it pretty well mocked up. The front half is good. Connor climbed in the back to kind of see if he was comfortable, because if we can't take all 5 of us for a ride in this, it's kind of worthless. And Connor, it was tight back there. He didn't have a lot of room. All right, I stripped the body down bare, took all the lights off, took that nose cone off, the gas tank. All of that came out of all the nooks and crannies and everything. So I made this funky plate. Well, this is where we ended up. It's at the height I want. And I figure at this height, that's gonna give me about 1 inch of body lift. Somebody already like notched out this back engine area here, which looks terrible. So I have to do something with that anyway. So basically I just have this vertical here and then across to there. So what I'm gonna do is, just like I did with the lengthening process, I'm gonna slice the back of the body right in half and add like 4 inches. I'm going to build in a step to bring the sides out. And I kind of feel like the sides are flat and long enough that I could widen the back without messing with the front. So this thing is gonna be a minivan of dune buggies, but it's gonna be cool, I think. All right, I think this is where the body is gonna end up being. I just widened the back 6 inches, put the seats in to kind of mock up where they're gonna be. And I can tell already that like, this is more spacious than a bug. There we go. All right. With my back against the foam, my knees are straight right now. Straight. That is perfect. So I've never done fiberglass before, so I'm sure I'm making mistakes here, but I don't know. Boy, I don't know. I put a lot of mat and a lot of resin in there. Got the first layer of the fiberglass Bondo put on. Again. Yay! One pass. I think this vehicle is going to need Nerf bars. No interference there at all. In fact, that was holding the steering column up. That can go away. Main hoop done. Now I need to build the seatbelt bar. Well, it's just kind of roughed in quick, but I got the main hoop built, the seatbelt bar welded in. I guess I'm gonna start building the back hoop now. I wanted to use that hoop, but I decided not to for a couple reasons. The main reason being the main hoop here is more square, and the corners kind of come out more like that instead of coming across. These ones kind of diagonal across, and I think it's worth the extra headroom and shoulder room to give just a little bit more safety for the kids, and it doesn't really match the way it is now. So I'm gonna try to match these up in shape as best I can. Unfortunately, I'm gonna pull that hoop out of there and start over. All right, it's been a long day of bending. I'm gonna quit here for the day. I got the rear hoop mounted. Got the seat sitting there just to kind of show where everything falls. I got the seatbelt bar put in, and I got the two bars that go along the door sill, or the armrest, whatever you call that. That's tied in, and the back hoop I got put in. Now the angle of the two lines up right. The width is about right, they match. And I kicked in the back hoop. I kicked it in here because of the wheel tub, I had to make it skinnier than I wanted to. So instead of making it skinnier, I made it full width and then angled it in to clear the wheel wells. And then in the back, I angled it towards the center of the car and back to eventually line it up with the frame horns. I let these stick down longer than I normally would. And I'm gonna bring these in and weld them right to the frame horns just behind this, so it clears the exhaust, but that'll stiffen up the frame horns and eliminate any wheel hop, because someday I'm sure this is gonna end up with a big engine. And I spent a lot of time making these bars. They kind of follow the body, not perfectly, but I did the best I could. But it steps down so you don't see it from outside the vehicle. And it follows in line with the door bars and the front seats. Connor's painting his go-kart frame. So I wasn't too happy about the whole no front hoop part of the cage there. I thought it looked goofy with the two back here and nothing here. So I started playing with doing a front hoop. I got one propped in there right now. And I got a piece of pipe laying on top to continue this angle all the way down. And that's where that hoop would be if I kept the top straight. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go with the front hoop. And I think I'm gonna actually eliminate that windshield and maybe make my own that sits inside this new frame. It's kind of weird, and like there's double windshield frame there, if that's the right phrase. But I think it'll actually be kind of cool because it's gonna give it a chop top effect. I gotta sit in there and make sure I'm not staring like directly at that tube. But so I'm gonna go forward with that, and I don't know, maybe I could sell that windshield and recoup some of my money for this project. Oh, I like that. I think that's the way to go. I'm also gonna clean up the dashboard area a lot. I'm gonna eliminate this dash bar here and just go to the main hoop, and then I'm gonna weld a piece of straight to become the steering column support. All right, we cut out all that old front dash bar and we welded in an actual front hoop, and they're all lined up perfectly front to back, and height-wise they're lined up, angle they're lined up, and it made it look way cooler, I think. And it's a completely stronger design, and I just like it better. I ended up completely removing the whole dashboard area out of the hood, and I welded in, I think it's 1.25" tube to create a new dash bar, and I'm gonna hang the steering column off of that. And the other cool thing is the steering column was on top of this bar before when it was down here. Now it's gonna hang from below. So there's more foot room, just more open air feeling. So much better setup there. I lined up all the bars so they're straight. So that kind of gives it a cool look. And the 4 connecting bars from the front to the second and the second to the third hoop helps create more of a roof line than it had before. And I kind of like how that kind of squared everything up. And it looks like I set everything up so that we have the right amount of headroom in the front seat and the back seat. And that created a massive, massive rake to the roof, which I think is kind of cool. It kind of creates like a rat fink look to it, or a mullet look. But we got the new armrest doors welded in and tied in. Everything's just tack welded. I got to finish everything, but this is just rough mock-up. I think I'm gonna, for the last time, take the body off and final weld all this cage and get the chassis like final built. And hopefully the next time we put the body on, that'll be the last time. Look at that funky roof line. All right, we set the body over here for probably a while. And I think we're gonna not put the body on until we actually get this like running and driving. The body is completely outside of the cage, so any fab we do on the cage shouldn't interfere with the body. So, like I said, the bars are all lined up good. This was kind of step 1 of building the whole thing. And after this, we're get it running and driving. And then after that, get the body fitted and paint it. I do want to get bigger front tires at some point, but it's starting to shape up. We just brought this home. It's just a quick sneak peek of a future project. For now, we're just gonna put it up on the shelf. But this vehicle, as far as I know, this was a Honda CRX with a stretched nose that somebody parted out in like a divorce or something like that. It's a pretty interesting thing. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do with it yet. But the whole front end, steering, shocks, everything is all custom race car stuff. Single A-arm, coilover, rack and pinion, just good high-end stuff. Let me see if I forget the name, but I think I've heard the name has changed names. What does that say? Aerospace components. I don't know what that is. But the spindles are that. I think the shocks, the brakes. Got nice disc brakes on it. They just need to be cleaned up. I was told it's a chromoly chassis. I'll verify that. Funny car cage. I don't know if this car was fast enough to need it, but it's interesting that it was there. It's got a parachute mount, fuel cell mount back here. It was a front engine Honda. I don't know what engine, a K series or whatever, but I was told it had a 9-inch rear end with 4 links, which clearly it has mounts for 4-link. Beautiful pedals. Very nice steering column, nice steering wheel. Seat mounts already in it. I don't know what we're gonna do. Had a 1-piece nose, tilt brackets on the front. like I said, we'll put this on the someday list. For now, we're gonna put it up on the shelf in there. Wow, that's the way to put a car away, I say. Right a little bit. All right, there it is on the wall. It's gonna be wall art for a while, unfortunately. So it's nice and out of the way. It's in here with our other wall art kind of stuff. Connor's bug is in here, my race car. Got the buggy body in here for now, but pretty soon that'll be going back on its chassis. So I think we're gonna end the video there. We didn't really have like a fun end to the video doing donuts or anything, so I thought we'd share what we got today. Till next time.